right, let's give it a try. The USA says, do not travel here, but I went here anyways from freaking best ever food review show. I'd be curious to see where it's at.
Right now, I'm holding a Middle Eastern dish known as tashrib, a street food most of you will never get close to, because in order to find it, you would have to come all the way here to Baghdad.
To Baghdad.
The USA has given Iraq a level 4 travel advisory.
Wait, there's a danger level now?
Yes.
The highest level alert there is.
That's why right now if you search in Iraq, it says do not visit.
Oh, damn.
Same as Afghanistan. Or even North Korea. But tourism is starting to trickle in anyways.
Yo, wow, this guy's so pumped for bread.
I ain't gonna lie, I would actually try their food,
so
to be
good.
honest.
Today I'm on a mission to take on the best street food Iraq has to offer.
This is a breakfast.
Yeah, no kidding.
And learn why some are willing to risk it all for a taste of the Middle East.
50 cents for this?
And look how much you're getting for $1.
And it all starts with
$1?
this.
God damn. That's some good stuff. I ain't
Welcome
gonna lie,
to
be
another
honest.
beautiful day here in Baghdad. Today, it's all about the street food, starting with this.
Meet shalgam, an Iraqi winter snack made from turnips, slow cooked in water and a thick date molasses. It's sold from tiny street carts across Baghdad. After hours of simmering, the turnips soften as they soak in that brown molasses. Upon ordering, they're sliced up and drizzled with more sweet date syrup.
Ooh, that looks actually really good, I'm not gonna lie.
Let's give it a shot.
I would
Cheers.
actually eat that. It kind of like reminds me of a Salvadorian
when you
dish or
see
so
it, you
that's
think
sweet
these
like
two
this.
elements could not work together, but then you eat it and you go, I was right. A root vegetable with something sweet, I'm not sure these elements should be working together. The turnip is kind of earthy. It's a flavor that you've had maybe in stews alongside carrots, but here they're attempting to mix it with some sweet elements. The syrup is doing its best, it's trying to infuse some nice sweetness to go with the turnip to make it more palatable, but it's not really working. This cannot be a food that's beloved by everybody in Iraq. I feel like there's like a handful of old dudes who like this. Certainly not my favorite. That said, I am in luck because from here I'm going to a delicious food destination. A place that is serving Middle Eastern meat dumplings.
Just across the street, after dodging traffic and pushing through the noise.
You know the funny thing about it, like this scenery, everything about this in general just reminds me of like, it kind of reminds me of like the centro of like El Salvador and like also like El Mercado in Mexico or so, you know? It just kind of reminds me of that overall.
We step into one of the city's oldest alleyways,
It just really does remind me
lined
of
with
that so
craftsmen
much.
and shopkeepers, each selling their little piece of history. Tucked among them, a cramped, humble dumpling shop. Here, my contact for the day is waiting for me.
This is a very traditional shop that people who work usually come in here because it's very accessible. The food is very delicious and it's like super cheap.
This is Mo Amel, a young tour guide from Baghdad. He's been taking
It's a real
outsiders
country
around the
code.
city
Most of
and
it
across Iraq
have
for the
same
past 6
atmosphere,
months.
but
When
yeah,
you're
it
bringing
just
guests out
feels
from different
homey.
countries,
That's what
are
it
you
feels
going to
like.
places like this?
Yes, we go to
It
a
just
lot of
feels
like
like-
traditional
it just feels
places.
right.
This place seems old.
It is old. Definitely over 80 years.
So it's an established
it just
place,
gives
and it's
simple
serving kind of
times,
a
you know?
classic street food here in Iraq. This is a food called, what, kaba?
This one specifically is kubbat sarai.
Kuba Sarai, or palace dumplings. It's a dish said to have gone from the Sultan's palace to the streets of Iraq, where now it's loved by just about everyone. Bulgur dumplings, stuffed with minced lamb and onion, are simmered in a rich tomato and turmeric broth.
What is bulgur? It's just a different type of grain, right?
Yes, a different type of grain. And people use it also instead of rice.
Extra soup on the side for dipping, sour pickles to cleanse the palate, and bread because here there must always be bread.
It's pita bread,
Showing up
right?
as a tourist
That's
in
what it
Iraq,
is.
it's easy to get swallowed up by the chaos. Here, there's a thin line between excitement and complete overwhelm. And
I love
sometimes,
pita
when that
bread.
feeling doesn't go away, no matter where you are, it might be time to talk to someone.
BetterHelp, our paid partner, is an online
Oh
therapy
my
platform that
God,
makes it easier to
wow,
start therapy, which for most
BetterHelp?
people is the
Please
hardest
tell
part.
me
Most
more,
people who
you
could
know?
genuinely use
I totally
therapy
would
aren't
love
in a
this,
crisis.
to be honest,
They're fine.
chat.
They're
Oh,
functional.
thank you so
Now,
much. Anyways.
back to the show. Wow, so you eat the dumpling with bread?
Yes.
I've never heard of such a thing, but I'll give it a shot. So we'll cut it with the spoon. We get the big reveal here.
Yes,
That
you'll
does
see the
look good,
meat
though, I'm
pouring
not
out of
gonna
it.
lie.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Take a portion,
grounded
put it
meat
in
or
the
something?
bread,
Looks like
even
grounded
more
meat.
carbs. Give it a bit of a dip. Let's give it a shot. This is delicious. The fillings taste like something I've had maybe in Uzbekistan. The type of lamb you're eating here, it's that lamb with the big butt. And so the fat of that lamb has
The
a ton
lamb
of
with the
flavor. It's
big
very
butt.
lammy,
God
so if
damn,
you
they
don't
do
like a
have
little
a big
gaminess,
butt.
you're not
Oh
gonna
my
like
God.
this. Then the onion's adding some nice flavor, and that sauce offers a little bit
definitely
of
do
acid
have
to
a
cut
big
through the
ass.
heaviness
Holy
of the meat.
shit.
So it creates some balance.
Goddamn,
and then you
junk
have
in the
that
trunk,
soaked
man.
bread. It's very fluffy, it's freshly cooked, and then it's soaking up that broth.
And this just creates a harmony of food and flavor.
Oh, that's really good. I love how heavy this sauce is. When you first look at it, you think, oh, it's
have
just gonna
pita
be like
bread
a
in the
tomato soup.
refrigerator.
You know, in the
Oh,
USA,
dude.
we have grilled
Shit.
cheese with tomato
Shit.
soup. This is like
Oh,
your
so
version
good.
of that, except the tomato soup here is on steroids. There's so much oil in this, like the USA is gonna invade a second time.
They did.
That's pretty funny.
When it comes to being a tour guide, I feel like this isn't an occupation that goes back a decade or 2 decades, right?
Well, tourism in Iraq is a very complicated topic because we always had a situation that would stop people from coming. Even recently, when everything became stable again, you had COVID. And of course, that
Right.
went for 4 years. And before that, you had a lot of conflicts. So I feel like right now is the best time to visit Iraq. There is no pandemics, there's nothing dangerous. And I think soon enough, even the danger level in Iraq will decrease.
Really?
The U.S. State Department rates the travel risk of every country. Level 1, normal caution. Think Vietnam, Singapore, or Taiwan. But then there's level 4, do not travel. Think Somalia, North Korea, or Afghanistan. And even though local guides swear on this city's safety, that rating is still stuck. So few tourists are willing to take the chance.
That's why right now, if you search in Iraq, it says do not visit.
Yeah, a lot of Americans just look at us.gov and they go, oh, well, can't do it.
But while tourism is only slowly getting off the ground, other businesses here have been operating at lightning speed for decades.
We've just arrived at a bakery where they are making Iraq's most iconic bread, a bread known as hummus. This is the bread that you will find everywhere in the country for everything.
Flour, water, a mixture the size of a small car. That's the recipe for this country's most important bread.
Back in the day, traditionally, they didn't really use silverware. For them, this is silverware.
When it's ready, the dough is portioned by hand, not with a scale, but with perfect muscle memory.
The bread is torn, it's broken, and it's used to pick up food and to eat.
Now it's the baker's turn.
He takes it, he tosses it a few times, and then he throws it in here into this oven against a clay wall. And just like everybody who makes this type of bread, no arm hair. That burnt off years ago. No hair. Oh, up here. Okay, on the top, he's got a little bit of hair. Not so bad. Back in the day in Iran, I tried to put dough in the oven, and not only did I burn my arm hair, I singed off my hair on my head and my eyebrow hair. And I have hardly any eyebrow hair to begin with.
Damn, that's crazy. You burn your arm hair.
I feel like I can do what he's doing. All I need is a pillow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh!
Okay.
This guy's great. He's training me in. We don't even speak the same language. So this is my bread right here. To me, it looks gorgeous, but he tried to throw it in the reject bin over there. But actually, it still looks pretty dang good to me. Here.
Wow.
Yo, wow, this guy's so pumped for bread. Cheers. Oh, yeah. Not exactly how they intended it to be made, but it's a bit thick and a little bit doughy. It's kind of like a
kinda
pizza
like it,
crust
to be
that's
honest. I
bubbled
would
up a
totally eat
bit.
that.
Crispy, flaky, fresh, and toasty.
Like we both like sometimes we don't even eat like for us specifically there are certain dishes of food or so that we don't even eat with the with like utensils or anything like that. But sometimes in Salvadorian side anyways. In the Mexican side we usually use tortillas, you know, to fucking make our this kind of it just reminds me of a thicker tortilla.
I absolutely love this. I like this guy. On to the next location.
Hobbs is more than just bread. It's how you eat everything here, including Iraq's greasiest breakfast, a dish known as
Bagilla بالدهن. It's a bit hard.
Bagalabada.
Bagilla
Bagila.
bil
Bil.
dihin.
Dihin.
Yeah.
Bagalabildihin.
Yes, correct.
first take freshly baked flatbread and soak it in boiled bean water. In this case, soggy is the intended outcome.
The name sounds complicated. It has 47 syllables. What does it mean?
Rip it to pieces, then top it with boiled fava beans, dried mint, diced tomatoes, and more dried mint.
It basically means beans with fat.
With fat?
With fat.
Then, to ensure we reach our daily calorie count within one meal, our sidewalk savant heats up oil in a cast iron skillet and pours it directly over the dish.
This will get you through until dinner if you have to.
Yes.
Pop a fried egg on top, and breakfast is served.
Before we try this, I want to back up and talk a little bit more about how locals here in Baghdad start their day, because this is pretty intense.
Iraqis love eating heavy breakfast because sometimes this is kind of the big meal of the day. They don't have time to eat lunch later on, so they go to a very heavy breakfast.
All right, let's get into it.
Really?
I kind of want to start just by tasting the bread alone, because earlier in this series, I had tashreem. Tashreem's different because they're taking kind of old or stale bread and bringing it back to life with a delicious chickeny broth. It's very nice. But here, this was a perfectly usable, eatable piece of bread, and he shoved it in liquid, and now it's just unbelievably soggy.
You can also put some lemon on it if you like to.
Is it no orange?
Not orange.
As in not orange.
Not orange.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Interesting. I like the orange. It's sweet, it's citrusy, but not too bright. Just adds a little bit of flavor. But this, it's almost smoky.
Because of the grease.
That's right. In China, they call it wok hei. Here, I don't know, you call it cast iron grease. You dump that on the bread, and it has this wonderful cast iron aroma to it. Ooh, you guys are onto something here. So now I want to add in some of these broad beans.
Frijoles?
It's all about the grease. It has so much flavor. The beans are nice, they're big, they're filling, they're starchy. Then we have the egg on top. A little bit of soggy, greasy bread, beans, tomato, egg. Oh,
don't know how this
I
will
enjoy
sit in
this
my
so much
stomach,
more
to
than
be
I thought I
honest.
would. People have their preconceived notions, especially me, looking at something like this. I'm like, well, okay, we got fried eggs, we got wet bread, we have grease. Like, what is the plan here? But if you open up your heart and open up your mouth, you'll have a life-changing, transformative experience.
You'll come out of it loving oil even
But
more.
even then,
Careful,
I don't even eat
I'm American.
breakfast.
If we love oil too much, we will do bad things.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
By the end of this video, I'll be eating the longest kebab in all of Iraq.
Oh my
But before we get there, we're stopping at another street food so popular, locals gather round in massive lines just to get a taste.
This is falafel. Here's my thing though.
falafel?
Yeah.
I don't like falafel. When I think falafel, I think Middle Eastern vegetarian food. I don't know, it's chickpeas. Even when a chickpea is in the shape of a chickpea, I'm still not that big of a fan.
don't
What do
mind
people like so
chickpeas.
much about
Those are nice.
falafel?
This food has been in our schools since we were kids. You can think of it as the default dish to be
looks
served.
really
It's
fucking
quick,
good,
it's
I ain't
easy,
gonna lie, I would
it's
totally eat that.
cheap, super cheap.
Also give you energy.
Joining us as we break it all down, falafel expert Zainab.
I like how they serve
Dude,
it.
that
It's
shit looks so
crispy from the outside
good.
and it's fluffy from the inside.
These crunchy fried pucks are the falafel, and their journey begins with a falafel paste made from chickpeas blended with onion,
He can't
parsley,
say that.
cilantro,
Israel's
garlic,
plain
cumin,
falafel.
coriander, salt, pepper, and cayenne. From here, you could meticulously hand shape them one by one, or just load all that batter into the Falafel Maker 3000, pumping out perfect little discs by the hundreds into the oil below.
I don't know if it's bad to have it plain, but let's go. That's pretty good.
Just
It's freshly made, it's hot, it's pretty well seasoned. Often falafel can be very bland. The wrong kind of falafel, it's gonna have no flavor and be dry. Now, when you go to other countries, the falafel, its only purpose is to like create calories, I think. But here, it's got some flavor. But perhaps we should try it within the sandwich.
Our falafel sandwich starts with that familiar samoon bread. Inside goes a layer of hummus, then a few falafel balls,
I love hummus.
fried eggplant, French fries,
Ooh.
and a fresh combination of tomatoes, peppers, and lettuce. Add even more falafel on top,
Oh my lord.
finish with one last drizzle of hummus, and it's ready to eat.
Oh, that shit looks so good, I ain't gonna lie, to be honest. Dude, I would totally eat that. I would eat that. I would order that
Oh
every
wow, there's a
single
lot
day if
going
I
on here. The
could.
bread is so fluffy, but still kind of flexible and elastic, and it holds everything in here nicely.
you can put anything in here, it'll be delicious.
100%. Oh, are there French fries in here?
Yes.
French fries.
I'm usually very against French fries being inside of a sandwich because it can be just too much carbs. But it's working. Now, when
You
I
know
heard
damn
eggplant
well
was going to be
you'll
inside, I
exactly,
thought,
exactly.
gross.
Especially it being
oh.
healthy
But no,
too.
it's like a French fried eggplant. It's crispy. It's It's a nice ingredient. I like it more than any other falafel I've ever had. And I might even eat this off camera. So that's saying a lot. But then there's this.
This looks so
is some,
good. Yo, mama's fine dining.
mango
Shut your
sauce.
bitch ass up. Get the fuck out of here.
So I think I've had this already. It's a mango sauce. It's mixed with turmeric, and there's vinegar inside too. So I had this with the
Mango
muscovy.
Yes, same sauce.
It's a powerful sauce.
Let's give it a shot.
Dude, I kind of want to make that at home, actually, to be honest. The mango sauce.
Wow, I'm so mixed on that sauce. As you bite into it, it overwhelms your taste buds. It feels too intense, and I almost have a moment of regret. And then by the time it goes away, I feel like I kind of want that feeling again.
Yes, it hijacks the entire sandwich.
Are we allowed to say hijack?
That's what it does. What can we say?
It's like, imagine this was an airplane, and it has a couple of box cutters, and it gets on, no, I'm just kidding. You grew up in Baghdad.
Yes.
I was talking to him earlier. It feels like tourism is in its infancy here. But there's kind of a problem, which is that at least for Americans, when they look up on us.gov whether or not they should travel here, the website says no. It gives this country a level 4 advisory, which is on the same level as North Korea or Afghanistan or Sudan.
Super unrealistic. We're eating falafel in the street. There's nothing in here.
So that's what's so fascinating to me is with as much as I've traveled, it's hard to know when to trust the USA's advice because some countries I go to and I go, yeah, it's probably a level 3, 4. And some countries I go to like this and I think it seems pretty safe.
Iraq has been safe for the past 8 years.
Do you know what it takes in order for the US to change these types of things?
I think it takes about 10 years of stability, and right now it's at 8. And supposedly in the next 2 to 3 years, Iraq should fulfill the qualifications for a level 3. And hopefully by then, after 10 years of stability, we should have lowered the danger level.
So after 10
Really? So it takes 10 years for it to go down a level or so. It makes sense. It makes sense, to be honest.
years of stability, it'll go from a 4 to a 3?
Yes.
Oh, wow. I mean, a 3 is still not that good, if I'm honest.
But the amount of people go to level 4 is like this much. The amount of people go to level 3 is this much.
Really? So people are much more willing to go to a level 3
Way
location.
much more 3, yeah. Because it doesn't specifically say do not visit. The same exact thing happening in Egypt. And tourism exploded. Oh.
Don't say exploded.
Dude, the food looks so crazy good. I'm not
Iraqi
gonna lie.
pizza?
Well, kinda.
Baghdadi pizza?
Baghdadi
Pizza?
Most of the time when a country claims to have their version of pizza, it's much worse than actual pizza. Because most of the time when you go to a country and they go, oh, it's Vietnamese pizza, you go, all right. And then they're like, yeah, we don't use cheese. And you're like, oh.
That's not really a pizza anymore.
But here, it does really resemble a pizza.
This Middle Eastern pizza
Ooh,
starts
hey,
with
yo,
a
I
ball of
would
dough
totally
made from
eat
flour
that.
and animal fat, rolled out paper thin. Next comes the lamb mixed with parsley and diced tomatoes. Chuck it in the oven, crack an egg on top, spread out the yolk, then, at last, the cheese, which by definition officially makes this a pizza.
All right, so we have the pizza. It's in one piece.
Damn,
Yes, we usually use our
dude.
hands to tear it apart and then
Dude,
eat it
your
up.
mama's
Ooh,
a
the
Mexican
crust itself
pizza.
is very thin. It's even thinner than a tortilla, I would say. Let's give it a shot.
Really? It's even thinner than a tortilla?
That's so good. It feels really familiar.
It's lamb,
thin,
too. I
it's
kinda wanna try that,
pizza-like, it's
actually.
cheesy. This is delicious.
When you eat this, I don't think you feel the multiple carbs in it. You don't feel how heavy it is as compared to the food we ate before.
Well, it's all about that thin crust, I think. If you were eating a real pizza with a thick crust, that's gonna make you feel really heavy. But this is nice, it's thin, it's crackery. And then we have this.
Bunch of sauces. You can have every kind of sauce with it. Most
not
people
wrong,
use
to be
ketchup
honest.
with it.
I'll try a little bit of ketchup. That is the
I
final
like the
move.
thin
Here we
crust
go.
a lot more when it comes to pizza.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
Completely destroyed the flavor.
The ketchup is overwhelmingly sweet. It took control of everything.
That's what the Italians hated.
Weapons of mass destruction. As a tour guide, when you bring people around, what are they most surprised by?
Usually, they are very surprised by how hospitable the people are in here.
So I've always wanted to ask this though, because Muslim countries are famous for treating Westerners very kindly and often going out of their way to even provide food, services, or products or something for free. And even on this trip, a couple people have given me something for free. Are foreigners supposed to accept the free offering, or is this part of a cultural game where, you know, you go, I'll pay, no, I'll pay, no, I'll pay.
The reason that people are very hospitable and offering stuff for free is because the religion that we live in and the traditions we have makes us to be very kind to any foreign person in here. Because they're our guests, and we don't have many guests in here, you know? So we want to show people what we like. You know, we want to show people our places. And I think to some point you should accept it because it's a gift of goodwill to the visitors of Iraq, because we would like to share Iraq with everyone else.
Ah, I see. Okay, so I think, okay, so since there's a little bit of visitors that come over there, my question is, once there's more visitors, they're probably not going to do it because now there's already too much of them, you know. And I feel like some of them are going to take advantage of it too as well, on their good hospitality. I feel like it's a positive and a negative at the same time, because we all know how Western society are. For God's sake, look what they're doing to Japan, for God's sakes. Jesus.
As the sun goes down, Baghdad's grills come to life, filling the streets with smoke and the alluring smell of grilled meat. Restaurants across the city prepare kebabs, but no one makes them quite like this place.
I love kebabs. Nah, no one will take advantage of the Iraqis.
All right, folks,
not
right here
with
we have
some of
our
them
final
walking around
street
with
food of the day.
AK-47s
This is
at
an
the hip.
Iraqi kebab, but it's not
depends.
just an Iraqi
Remember,
kebab.
right,
It's an
they're trying to
Iraqi
lower
kebab that is 1 meter long. In
level
American,
thing, you
that
know?
means 1 yard. All around the Middle East, you'll find countries that do kebabs, but here they do kebabs a little bit differently. Now, what I've been told is special about this kebab is not the seasoning, because there's basically no seasonings involved. First of all, it is the type of sheep or lamb that they are using. Here, they're using the lamb with that big, juicy fat behind. This type of lamb has a more potent, powerful flavor, especially in its butt fat. That butt fat is used to flavor this meat skewer right here. Now, the meat to fat ratio here is important. If you were eating something like a juicy burger, it would be 80-20. But for something like a smash burger, that would be 70-30. And that's about what we have right here. 70% protein, 30% fat. And that extra amount of fat, I think it accounts for this Maillard reaction, the crisping up of the outside of the skewer. Is that a Maillard reaction? I don't know. I watched a YouTube video once, and now I think I know things. The meat is succulent, it is bubbling, and I cannot wait to try this out. Just a little bit longer, and this thing is going to be ready to enjoy.
So he's gonna eat ass.
While that giant kebab grills, it's time to prepare the plate beneath it, starting with flatbread cut into neat rectangles to create a base for the meat. Then comes the garnish. Red onions marinated with sumac. After that, a mix of cilantro and parsley join the spread. Followed by diced tomatoes and slices of lemon. Once the kebab is finished, it's laid over the top and pinned
Dude,
down with more bread while the skewer is carefully pulled away.
Oh my god, that shit looks so good.
One wrong move, and this meaty wonder could fall apart. With the kebab finally in place, it's time to see if it tastes as good as it looks.
Oh my god. Your mom doesn't
You and I have been
represent this
exploring
dick
street
every
food
night
all
that she
day,
takes.
and this is what we built up to. A 1 meter long kebab. Have you ever seen anything like it?
Well, yeah, I have seen it before.
Oh, I guess, yeah, that makes sense.
Joining us, Ali from Bill Weekend, a travel agency showing visitors the real Iraq, and a tourism advisor from the Prime Minister's office, here to talk about Iraq's future in tourism.
I've been watching some of your videos, and one of them was in Japan. You were tasting raw chicken. What taste does it have?
Chicken, when it's raw, tastes a little fishy, and it tastes okay.
When it comes to kebab, you cannot say it tastes okay.
Dude, I would love to
I'm
taste
hoping it's
kebab
better
from
than
its
raw
actual
chicken.
I can
motherland.
assure you that.
Kebab has been made in here ever since the Sumerian time, so we've been making this food for thousands of years.
Should we give it a shot?
Yeah, you just get some sumac.
Now, I went to Afghanistan a few months ago, and I believe I saw this there. It is made from berries that must be dried and then essentially turned into a slightly sour powder. So this is your preferred flavor enhancer when you're eating kebab?
Yes, like a dressing or something.
Well, let's give it a shot.
Really?
Cheers.
That's interesting.
Oh, it's so nice. I like it a lot. To me, it's all about the fat. I think that's what sets this kebab apart from any other kebab. Not just the fat content, there's a good amount of fat.
Look at that, dude. Oh, dude, that looks so good. I ain't gonna lie. I would totally, you know what? I would totally eat this 100%. If I
Fat in
could, I
there,
would.
So it's very juicy, but beyond that, the type of fat being used, it's just a very potent, flavorful fat. The first time I had this type of lamb, it's called dumba in Uzbekistan. That's where I tried it for the first time, and I fell in love with it. I ate so much of it, I was smelling like delicious, delicious lamb. Now, the sumac, I would say it makes a slight difference. Maybe I need to put more on top. The taste is interesting. It's slightly sour, a bit tart. It brightens up the flavor a little bit, and then this bread is so
wanna try that out.
elastic,
I wanna
kind
know
of
how that
stretchy.
tastes.
It's a perfect utensil to pick up that meat.
I don't want your... Okay.
You know what? It's at least as good as raw chicken.
No way.
Sorry.
This is a joke.
It's a joke. It's a joke. One of the themes of today's video is exploring
Just eat the
tourism
food
in
and
Iraq.
do-
Why do you think people
and
should
do
visit
a
Iraq?
Why
Saitama
not?
workout,
It's a
duh.
very unique
I'ma make
destination,
your mom
kind
do my
people, delicious
workout in a
food, and
second,
it's
bounce on a
home
dial.
of the Mesopotamian cities, and it's safe. This is the most important answer for now. Iraq has all the resources to be a destination, but no one knows about that.
And so how do you change a country's reputation? Like, how do you get the word out that, hey, everything is safe here now?
What we need to be shown for the people around the world is the real Iraq, because the real Iraq, it's not shown in the media. And actually, Iraq is not in the media for a long time. Why? Because it's safe.
Okay.
Whenever it's bad news, then there is news. No news is good news.
There's a lot of people who never would have even imagined Iraq as a potential travel destination. They're watching this, they're saying, it sounds good, maybe it's propaganda, maybe Sonny got paid, which unfortunately no. What do you say to somebody who's on the fence, who's thinking about it, but still just feels that hesitation?
I would say these Iraqis people you meet on street, if you have any problem, I don't think even you would need a police to come and help you to get out of the problem. Our people, they will help you and get you out of any problem even before you call the police.
What I would add to it is if you're on the
That's the thing, or so it's like it's not like it's only like a few bad eggs throughout the entire country itself. It's not like every single Iraqi person is bad overall. You know, it's like, you know, it's the best reference I say or so specifically, right? That I bring up or so. I had bad experiences with with Filipinos, right? Because I had one Filipino who scanned me or so, and I think I had another encounter too as well. I don't remember the encounter specifically, but I had a few, I had a few handfuls or so bad encounters with Filipinos. And it's not like I'm gonna like say like all Filipinos are bad at the end of the day. No, it's just only
for
just a
visiting
few
Iraq.
bad
Talk to the
eggs that
people
just
that
make
did
it bad,
visit it.
you know,
Go
and that's
see
kinda
how
like it,
people
you know?
react
There's actually
to
like
it.
good
Their
people out
experience.
there, you
Because
know?
if you don't trust Sonny, trust the independent people. There's plenty of people who have covered Iraq recently. Check them out. See for yourself. If you're not sure, I'm sure they will convince you.
After JP re-virtualized will fuck up Baghdad, your mama gonna fuck up Baghdad.
Why do people have to?
That was pretty good, to be honest. That was a good video. It's basically
Right
it's
now,
to
I'm
show,
holding
it's
a Middle
basically to
Eastern
kinda, like,
dish
show
known
that,
as-
like, hey, you know, Iraq is not really this kind of bad place, you know, that basically, you know, the U.S. is basically painting out to be. You know, yeah, they're gonna take a while or so to earn back. You know, like I said, it does take a while to earn back the. I guess you can say the quote unquote trust or so they can be able to lower down the level or so and be like, hey, you know, America, you know, US or so, we've been doing pretty good or so, you know, 10 years have passed by, you know, can we get the level lowered? And it's like, sure. It seems like you guys are doing pretty well over there, so we bring it down to level 3. It'll probably take like 40 years for it to go down to literally to level 1 or so. And I'm hoping when it does bring it from 4 to 3 or so, hopefully it does prosper very well, and hopefully they, you know, they use that, you know, that the tourist money or so to better themselves over there, you know, because I think they definitely can do some pretty cool stuff or so, especially with their food side wise. So a lot cleaner than India, but well, it's a pretty low bar anyways at the end of the day, so it's a pretty low bar. Okay, all right, it's not that big of a bar to pass by, okay, when it comes to cleaner than India. Okay, all right. I think anywhere else is to a degree probably a little bit more cleaner than India itself. But yeah, honestly, good food. I would totally try the kebab. I would try the pizza, and also I would try the falafel too as well. Dude, that shit looks so good. I need to know if they actually sell that around here. If they actually do sell falafel over here, I would totally buy some just to try it out. You know, better than the void/basement, better than your mom. Anyways. That's the end of the video. And you guys can comment, like, subscribe to all that fancy jazzy stuff. Tell me what kind of food would you try. I would try at least, I think the number one I would probably try the most would probably be the lamb pizza. That would probably be the number one. And then the falafel would be second. And then afterwards it would be the kebab. So those are probably the ones that I would be trying 100%. But yeah, anyways, that's the end of the video. And I feel like definitely with these prices overall, I feel like a lot of tourists are gonna come over here and spend a lot of money. I can tell. I can definitely tell. But yeah, anyways, that's the end of the video. And peace. Also, it'll probably make the economy for theirs specifically be better. I assume that's how it works, right? I'm not too sure. And I'll keep up with this mumble jumble shit. But yeah, anyways, that's the end of the video. And